Alright, good day everyone. Steve Briggs here. Alright, this is a video that will be based on Microsoft Access project and stored procedures. Now with this video here, the first thing before I continue is that I just want to say that it will actually be like a continuation of the other videos I have done. So you may be seeing things that may seem like look very familiar, but it's basically just different things. Later down in the video you will realize there's something different. Okay, so before I proceed, what I'm going to say is that you need two things in working with Microsoft Access project files. You need to have the SQL Server Management Studio installed and Microsoft Access. I recommend that if you're working with the Management Studio 2008 or higher, or Access 2010, you can use 2007 Access or 2005 Management Studio, but they have a little one or two bugs and hiccups in it. Okay, so the first thing you do when you want to with this, you open Microsoft Access. You want to create a Access project file. So to do that, first thing you type in a name. Right, and then you click here, go to Access Projects, click OK, and click Create. Now, one of the problems I encountered, I must say, here and further on, is that connecting to the server, for existing server, I've been getting some errors. Now, I've been working on it, trying to rectify the problem, but I said, let me just go through it just to show how and what happens in this scenario in terms of when you're creating your Microsoft Access file. So as I say, when I click yes, this will come up. As for me, I select my server, and from here, wrong authentication. Alright, these three things are critical. And once I select this here, once I click that drop down arrow, I should be able to get onto the selected databases on the server, which is the junior client server. So you see I'm getting a problem here, error. Okay, so what I have to do now is close off this, and what I have done is actually use that file that I had from the previous work I was doing when I was linking tables from the database into Microsoft Access. So I open this file. Yes, okay. Because what we really want to do, we're working with the tables. Okay, we're getting tables from the SQL server, and then we're gonna try and implement the store procedure. So I have these two tables here, which is from the Management Studio. I'm opening it up in the background there now. Okay, so here's the stored procedure. With the stored procedure, is like you want to validate data then using the stored procedure. Stored procedure, when you go deeper into it, you get to go into the SQLs and you have all the parameters, and you can use it to pull data, specific data from certain rows and tuples and so forth. So here's another problem I've been encountering. They say this version of Access does not support design changes with the version of Microsoft version of SQL Server. So what I have to do here now, what they are trying to tell me is that I now have to do the actual stored procedure within the SQL server itself. So with this here now, it demonstrates where I am currently working at. But just to bring you back on track, the server I'm working on is my own. This is the database I'm working on also, the Steve database. Okay, so let me go back to here now, the stored procedure. I'll get that error. Hold long shift now to select the two tables that I have. You may have multiple tables, it's fine by me. Okay, open it up a little bigger. Now I select the different columns that I want to work on. and get information and so forth. So with here now, as I've selected those, I go to properties out here. I'll put the outcomes, okay? Close that off. I save my procedure. I save it as this. Once I save this, it's supposed to appear here as an SQL query. But as this message told us before, I can't make those changes to here, because making these changes to here means that this will directly affect here and is not allowing that authorization. I'm not allowed to do that, and I'm getting to do that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to slightly shift to the server side now. So what they are saying is that, okay, you come in here, programmability, you see stored procedures, you create a new procedure, and within this process of creating a new procedure, you see all these codes and other stuff here. This is what it will look like when it is you save this and you run the SQL view. When you run that SQL view, you make your changes and whatever stuff you have to do. I'm just saying that this here is what it will look like in here when you go to the SQL view then of the stored procedure. And with that now, you can actually pull data. Once you set it up correctly, you can actually pull data from from different rows. So for instance, you may have somebody named Carl or Jennifer, so you want to see what information Jennifer has, and from the information table, and what data she has from the purchase table. So you use the store procedure and you do up your little queries and whatever, and you work to suit. Okay, so basically that's it. As I said, easy stuff here. You get all the background working and the coding. I'll have to work and rectify the problem that I'm having with this connectivity and other stuff. Alright, thanks for watching.